God's message for you. Today, please don't skip watch the till end and get God's blessed, my beloved child. Life is a journey filled with twists and turns, moments of triumph and despair, and lessons that shape who we are. My journey, one of heartbreak, searching, and ultimately transformation, is rooted in the unshakable love of Jesus Christ. His love did not simply touch my life, it transformed it in ways I could never have imagined. As I reflect on this journey, I am filled with awe at the power of divine love and grace to bring hope and renewal. Growing up, I was raised in a family that attended church regularly. Faith was a part of my upbringing, but it felt more like a routine than a relationship. Sunday mornings were spent in pews, singing hymns and listening to sermons, but my heart often felt distant from the messages. The idea of Jesus' love was something I had heard about countless times, yet it felt abstract, an intellectual concept rather than a lived experience. As I entered my teenage years, life began to feel increasingly chaotic. The pressures of academics, friendships, and societal expectations weighed heavily on me. I struggled to find my identity and felt an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. While I maintained a facade of confidence, inside I was battling feelings of loneliness and self-doubt. I began to question whether the faith I had been taught as a child had any relevance to my struggles. The world seemed to offer solutions, success, popularity, and self-reliance, but these pursuits left me feeling even more empty. In my early 20s, I hit what I can only describe as rock bottom. A series of poor decisions, failed relationships, and unfulfilled ambitions left me feeling broken. I remember sitting alone in my apartment one night, consumed by despair. It was as though a heavy cloud had settled over me, and I could see no way out. In that moment of utter hopelessness, I did something I hadn't done in years. I prayed. My prayer was raw and simple. God, if you're real, I need you. That prayer marked the beginning of a profound transformation. Over the weeks that followed, I began to sense a stirring in my heart, a quiet yet persistent whisper reminding me that I was not alone. I felt drawn to read the Bible, and as I did, the words seemed to leap off the page with a clarity and relevance I had never experienced before. Verses about God's unfailing love and forgiveness resonated deeply. It was as though Jesus was speaking directly to me, assuring me that no matter how far I had strayed, His arms were open wide to welcome me back. One verse in particular struck me, Romans 5:8, which says, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." The idea that Jesus loved me enough to die for me, even when I was at my worst, was both humbling and life-changing. It shattered the lie that I needed to earn God's love or prove my worth. Instead, I realized that His love was a gift, freely given, undeserved, and unchanging. As I began to grasp the depth of Jesus' love, I found myself changing from the inside out. The weight of guilt and shame that had burdened me for so long began to lift. I experienced a peace that surpassed understanding, a sense of security and purpose I had never known. Jesus' love became the foundation of my identity, replacing the fragile and fleeting sources of worth I had once clung to. This newfound relationship with Jesus also transformed how I viewed others. His unconditional love for me inspired me to extend grace and compassion to those around me. I began to see people through His eyes, recognizing their inherent value and worth as children of God. Relationships that had been strained by bitterness and misunderstandings were healed as I learned to forgive and seek reconciliation. Serving others became a source of joy, as I discovered that loving my neighbor was a natural outflow of experiencing Jesus' love. One of the most remarkable aspects of this journey has been the way Jesus' love has given me strength in the face of adversity. Life has not been free of challenges, but His presence has been my anchor in every storm. When I faced the loss of a loved one, His comfort sustained me. When I encountered career setbacks, His guidance gave me hope. In moments of doubt and fear, His promises reminded me that I was never alone. Jesus' love has not removed difficulties from my life, but it has transformed how I face them, giving me resilience and hope. Another pivotal moment in my journey came when I felt called to share my story with others. For years, I had kept my struggles and doubts hidden, fearing judgment and rejection. But as I experienced the healing power of Jesus' love, I realized that my story was not just about me, it was a testimony to His faithfulness. Sharing my journey with others has been both humbling and empowering. I've seen how my vulnerability and authenticity have opened doors for meaningful connections and encouraged others to seek their own relationship with Jesus. Through this process, I've also learned the importance of community. Jesus' love is often experienced most tangibly through the love and support of others. Being part of a faith community has been a source of encouragement and accountability, reminding me that I am not meant to walk this journey alone. Together, we have celebrated victories, supported one another in trials, and grown in our understanding of God's love. As I reflect on how Jesus' love has transformed my life, I am reminded of the parable of the prodigal son. Like the prodigal, I wandered away, seeking fulfillment in things that could never satisfy. But Jesus, like the father in the parable, welcomed me back with open arms, celebrating my return with a love that is both extravagant and unconditional. His love has redefined my past, present, and future, giving me a new identity as a beloved child of God. Today, I live with a sense of purpose and joy that I never thought possible. My relationship with Jesus is not just a part of my life, it is the foundation of everything I do. His love continues to shape me, teaching me to trust, to hope, and to love others with the same selflessness and compassion He has shown me. While I am far from perfect, I am confident that the work He has begun in me will continue until it is complete. The journey of faith is ongoing, and there are still moments when I stumble and doubt. But even in those moments, I am reminded of the unchanging truth that Jesus' love is steadfast and unshakable. It is a love that pursues, redeems, and transforms. It is a love that has turned my brokenness into beauty and my despair into hope. And it is a love that I will spend the rest of my life seeking to understand and share with others. In the end, my story is not about me. It is about Jesus and the incredible power of His love. It is a testament to the truth that no one is beyond the reach of His grace. No situation is too hopeless for His redemption, and no heart is too broken for His healing. His love has truly transformed my life, and for that, I am eternally grateful. My child, you are protected. Share this message with your loved ones and friends to bless them. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Thanks for watching.